this is where I get to talk to the fans. So I really want to thank our fans. Ever since I've been here, I've always felt that there's been tremendous pride in having the team. And I've always felt that. And part of that, I think, is because of the way the team arrived, right? It was here, and we were in a position to, or I should say that they, because I was not here, were in a position to accept the team from New Orleans because the city had rebuilt itself from its own tragedy, right? It was a city that could accept and support an NBA franchise that had hit similar distress, right? Its own tragedy. And I think it's understood that, like, we are one of the smallest cities in the NBA, and maybe wouldn't be top on the list, if there was future expansion. So I think there's a recognition of how much pride in having the team. I also felt that early on in those first kind of playoff runs and things like that, there was intense passion, like an intense passion for the team. And it's hard to maintain that level of passion. Now, there's people that meet us at the airports, the people that always stand up and clap when we introduce the Thunder Legacy guys, the people that no matter what the results are, if they see Lou Dort on the floor, or they see, Lindy Waters can a three, to send the other team to timeout, they stand up and they clap. But what I think I saw this year when we got to the playoffs, was a similar level of passion that is really exciting. And we're super grateful for that, because when you have a passionate group of people in the stands like that, it makes it much harder for the opponent to play. And that was a big part of some of the success that we had in the postseason. We finished 6-4 in the postseason. And I thought, the passion and the energy, that was in the arena during the playoff games was really palpable. And we're grateful for that. We also are hopeful that we'll be able to maintain that, continue that, because that's been a big part of our success over time. So I think there's a difference between pride and passion. When you have both of those, it's very, very powerful. You can't have it all the time, because passion is not something you can just have on forever, but I think there was signs of that, which was really special. As I said, I think it was a great year, and there's still so much to learn and so much to figure out, and have a lot of experiences we need to put together. But I think we did learn not just what we need, but what we have. And I have no idea what the next season's going to bring. We'll sit here in September, and people will ask me, about all those things. I will say what I always say: I don't know. But sometimes when you don't know where it is that you're headed, or what the final result will be, it helps to know where you are. And I think we're in a good place. For a lot of the reasons we talked about. But we also understand there's no silver platters in Oklahoma City. And we're going to have to take it. We're going to have to improve. We're going to have to scratch. We're going to have to claw. We're going to have to battle to get progress, especially in our conference. And our guys are fine with that. Those are the types of people that we want. We want people that don't need the wind at their back all the time. And I'd say we have to enjoy the ride, like I had mentioned a while back. We don't know exactly where that's going to end, but try to not contort yourself into misery as we find ourselves and go through difficult, challenging times. It's a young group of players that will need support, that will not be perfect, that are going to need to continue to find themselves by getting as close to the razor's edge of competition as possible. That's going to make us better. But I'm very confident that if they maintain the way they have, their maturity and the way they have committed to one another and the accountability they've shown to winning, that good things will happen. But we have to walk the line, and as I said earlier, we can crack the code, or we can pick the lock. And we need to crack the code, because if we can do that, we can show up again and again, even with the unexpected adversities and curveballs that we're going to get thrown. We have to know our own formula. We have to know how to repeat our success, and it won't be something that is the same each year, But if we have that mutual commitment, and we have the awareness that we have so much to learn, we have to be extremely humble about what we're doing. I think we're headed in the right direction.